This was a fast-paced project. There was a clear deadline when we had an opening to bring the machine in. So I think within 4 months we went through kickoff, mock-up, FMEA, and design review.
We created Workstreams as part of this project. The manufacturing process workstream was dubbed the Warrior workstream. We focused primarily on all the processes that would need to be revised in order to integrate this new line with our facility. There were flow changes, there were procedural changes for dealing with this new operational area, and we focused on revising those procedures. In terms of our participation early in the project, later when it came time for on-site installation and working through the qualification process, we had subject matter experts within manufacturing. There were many things that we didn't need to escalate to other areas of the organization because we were the experts.
Having the ICQ plan in place really set our path, gave us our map of where we're starting and where we want to end. And so having that up front really saved a lot of time. It brought us some efficiencies. We realized a lot of efficiencies because we were able to leverage a lot of the commissioning into the qualification plan. So we only did things one time instead of twice, and that really helped with the efficiencies.
So the media fill approach was based on a bracketing strategy. We looked at all the capabilities of this filling line along with the integration of the flexible filling line with an existing line at the facility. Containers were considered smallest versus largest opening. Container sizes were considered smallest and largest units. Various filling mechanisms, so time pressure versus peristaltic pump filling. Various stoppering mechanisms, so vent versus vacuum stoppering, along with different containers for our vial filling, as vials came in both nested tubs and trays.
My level of involvement in the mock-up was actually going to Germany with the engineering and ops team to experience the wood mock-up of the isolator and the filling machine. The benefit of doing that was I got to learn about the new robotics technology in parallel with the operations and engineering team. So quality was able to understand and evaluate the airflow impact, the environmental monitoring impact.
The successful highlights of the project during the construction phase were primarily, and first and foremost, was the success of no injuries or incidents in approximately 39,000 hours worth of work in 28 days. And then to further that, that was supported by daily briefings and daily permit issuance and control of work because of the adjacency to ongoing production.
Again, one of the challenges associated with doing this construction is we had to excavate the pit for the LIO in order to set into and also support the LIO. That meant going ahead and removing all of the existing concrete and then digging a pit approximately 4 feet deep. And again, the only way to be able to do this was to bring in hand digging equipment. In this particular case, we decided to use a vacuum truck, and we ended up vacuuming all of the material out of the LIO foundation area. One of the first things we had to do is get all of the information from the vendor as to the size and the weights of the equipment. Because this is an existing facility, we didn't have too many options as far as having to being able to actually move the equipment in. One of the things with the facility is that there's a number of places where it is slab on deck, which means that it can't support the full weight of a lyophilizer going across the top. So we had a very specific area that we had to go through in order to be able to move the equipment in. And of course, with it being an existing facility, we had to work around all of the other equipment, office areas, and hallways that were associated with the building.
The smoke studies, that's the slang that we use in the industry. It's airflow visualization studies. There's a lot of upfront work that has to occur before we even start putting smoke into the isolator to ensure we have unidirectional airflow. That's the whole purpose of smoke studies, unidirectional airflow.